Well, it's a nice change from the last couple years where it was so dry. We were planting into dry soil. This year we've been trying to hit windows when we haven't had rain. In terms of the research center here at Moccasin, we're actually ahead of our long-term average precip. We've had a frost, but it hasn't been for quite a while, late April. So we're sitting in pretty good shape all in all. Most of what we want planted, we do have planted. There's a few studies where we got a little bit left to plant, but given all the precipitation, and I'm never going to complain about precipitation, we're pretty pleased with where we're at. Most of the winter wheat looks quite good for us, compared especially to the last couple years. We had pretty good emergence. We have had some weed problems because we haven't been always able to get in and spray when we'd like. But I guess I'll take some weeds if we've got a crop. So we've been pretty pleased with the crop so far. In the central part of the state, we have shallow soils. So for sure, we're sitting quite good with moisture. And the forecast, as we know, through the middle of next week anyway, is going to be continued moisture. You know, if we can continue to stay in pretty good growing conditions as we move into mid and certainly late June, we're going to be sitting really, really well. If it dries, you know, if what they predict happens, I've heard that they keep talking about El Nino and how we're going to get dry. If we would all of a sudden get dry and hot, we'd certainly see it in the crops. So we still have a little ways to go before I can say we're going to have a great bumper crop. We've got a field day June 28th this year, so welcome everybody to come out and see for yourselves. Our field day this year, big focus is going to be on variety selection. We like to alternate field days. Last year the big focus was on forages, and particularly annual forages. We do have some new breeders in Bozeman, as well as some well-established breeders, and many of them are going to be able to come out. So for those interested in what's the latest and the greatest in terms of wheat varieties or barley varieties or pea varieties, this is a great field day to come because all the breeders from MSU, or most of them, will be here.